Hey book nerds, how are you doing on this fine weekend? I'm gonna be like, fine Sunday, fine weekend. Hope you're all doing good. Hope you all had a very good weekend, to be honest. Gonna go straight into this review with a little bit of information first. So I'm gonna butcher the name of the book first, just to kick this off in a very good way. So the book that we are reviewing is on Kindle Unlimited, for free. Bonus. It is known as Pirates of Aletharia. Not sure that's how you say it, but unfortunately that's how I'm going to say it, and I'm not going to pronounce that again, so tough luck. It was written by Britney Jackson in December 2021. It's got 514 pages, and it is a romance sapphic fantasy book. We're going to just go and dive straight into the story of this thing, so let's go! For the story, you follow it's mainly one character, but you get a little bit of an insight into the other characters. So we'll go into the first character first, the main one, which is Amelia Draken, who is very recently known as the Last Dragon Sorceress. The whole story is that she was betrayed by someone who she saved and helped previously, who then become lovers, who basically used her to get what they want, which is to get a promotion. It makes sense in the book, trust me. So Amelia is about to be hung by said person, who then makes a very good escape. And she basically comes up with a plan where the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So she goes to find someone known as Maria Wells. Captain Maria Wells, the owner of the pirate ship, the Wicked Fate. Now, we know a little bit about Captain Maria Wells. She is known to be very bloodthirsty, a mad woman herself, and absolutely ruthless. So yeah, Amelia goes and finds the captain. Somehow she manages to get the captain to accept her onto a ship without giving too much information away of herself, because she is a wanted woman. And while yes, she is on a pirate ship, if they were to know who and what she is, things will go downhill very fast. So she has to make a whole alias for herself, which the captain kind of helps without knowing the full disclosure of Amelia. And the whole story is how she's trying to get to where she needs to get, which is where her home is, even though she is the last one, because she has her friends that are left there, which are the dragons. Yes, there are dragons in this book. There is magic in this book, and it is absolutely glorious. So, with that underway, that's basically the story, the premise of it, of them trying to get to a place where Amelia can get home without giving too much information of herself away while trying to stay alive. Let's go and talk about the rating system. So we're going to go with characters, story plot, world building, rereadability, and fun factor. So let's just dive straight into this. So character-wise, we have Amelia Draken, also known as M, which is her alias. We have the captain, who I absolutely adore, because there's certain things that she does where you always have to say captain first. Not just because she is a captain, but there is a very specific reason. And it's written in a way that's very understandable. And to a lot of people, this makes perfect sense. And I don't really want to go into it too much because I need people to read this book, because I actually really did enjoy this book. The character dynamic between the two main characters is very well written. It's not too cheesy. It has moments where you can have a laugh. There's jokes in there. Jokes that make perfect sense between the characters, not like they're trying to make a joke with the reader. It's between the characters, and it flows very, very well. While there are other characters on this ship, while you are eventually, well, very quickly get onto the Wicked Fate, there are a good few characters where one of them, one of the people, I'm not going to say his name because I'm going to actually butcher it, even though it's not difficult to say, is missing his tongue. So the characters, not Amelia, because she doesn't really have much of a chance to do certain things on the ship, but all the other characters basically know sign language just to talk to this one character and have a proper conversation with him, so he can sign back and they can just talk to him and stuff like that, or they sign back to him for like a bit of secrecy and stuff. And I absolutely love that that was a factor in the book, because not a lot of things like that happen. Here comes Milo. Hey buddy, how you doing? Story and plot, it flows, it's very smooth, it keeps me on my seat. There's some cute, I don't think I would say cute moments, but there's moments where it was a little bit heartwarming because you, as a reader, can't... Thanks, Milo. You, as a reader, can make connections with that. Yeah, it's written very well. It flows very well. Be able to make the connections. I absolutely love that. World building will always be an issue when it comes to stories where you're on a boat. Because you're on the water and you are isolated. So yes, we do know that you are in a place, Aletharia, whatever it's called. And it does talk a little bit about the places, like some of the isles and stuff like that, which was beautiful. It describes some things, and there's a moment towards the end where you do get off the boat. I know at the beginning you're not on a boat as well. So there is a little bit of world building there. It's difficult because when you're kind of stuck on a pirate story and it obviously boats, ships. It's not a boat, it's a ship. There's not much chance to do world building. When they do it on the bits that they can, it is well done. You know, it always falls just a little tiny short, but that's my own fault because I'm reading books with pirates, and apparently I've got a thing about pirates at the moment. Re-readability, absolutely. I absolutely adored this book. It's very well written. It wasn't too cheesy. There is a little bit of a moment between the two characters towards later on in the book, but it's not to a point where it makes you cringe and want to shrivel up and die on the inside. It's very well written, and it doesn't go into too much at the same time, if you understand what I'm talking about. So I can easily go back and read this book again. Fun factor, yes, there's jokes and then there's certain quirks with the characters that does make it fun and enjoyable to read, especially with the story as well. So if I was to rate this, I would rate this a 4 out of 5. Obviously, the only reason why it's 4 out of 5, I would love to put a 5, is because world building, which is my own fault, and I guess I should always look past that when it comes to... You watch your tone, mister. Which I guess it should be something that I look past, especially with things to do with pirates, because, you know, you're going to be on the water and stuff like that, and there's not going to be much world building with that. But I think 4 out of 5 is a reasonable rating, because it is a good book. It is an enjoyable read. The only thing I'm gutted about is when I got to the end, it was like, oh, book 2, but book 2's not out yet, and I really wanted to read it because it ends on a cliffhanger. Cliffhangers, Jesus. So yeah, let me know what you think about this book. Having a conversation. I don't want to join you. But yeah, that's my thoughts on the book. It is a very enjoyable read. It's very well written. I love the characters. Certain jokes in there hit very smoothly, and it's written very, very well. Not something I expected with this type of book, especially when it's a Kindle Unlimited free. Take that as you will, because sometimes books like that can be really awful, and I've been scarred for life from reading them. But either way, let me know your thoughts about things, what books you're reading. I would love to know, and if there's anything you would like me to read, send it my way. But yeah, much love, look after yourself, get a cup of tea and chill, and we will catch you in 2 weeks, maybe sooner, who knows. But yeah, much love, make good decisions. Cheers.